What's up, folks?
What's up, guys?
It's the Broken Levi show today. Jessica is duct taped up in the closet. She
Yep.
can't talk anymore. So we're gonna go over your workout for today, starting with your warm-up. And guess what? It's a Tabata. You thought it wasn't gonna be a Tabata because you thought Jessica's not here, it's not gonna be a Tabata, but no, it's a Tabata.
It's still a Tabata.
It's still a Tabata. And it's gonna be 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 2 rounds of air squats, which will look like this. Feet just outside of shoulder width or hip width apart. You're gonna keep everything upright and tight. Go all the way down, trying to get your hips past your knees, lower than your knees, and then standing back up. Remember to keep everything tight during this entire time, not relaxing at the bottom. So that's an air squat. Then we're going straight into push-ups. Push-ups, we got a couple different options. The part that we want to get to, the movement we want to get to is a straight plank, pressing, lowering your body down to the ground, staying in that plank the whole time, and pressing straight back up. So that's what we want to get to. Options to get there, if we're not quite there yet, is putting our knees on the floor, still keeping everything flat and straight, all the way down to the ground and all the way back up. And then the last option would be snaking down and snaking back up. Just letting your body roll down and roll back up. All right, those are our 3 options. Find what challenges you and slowly warm up with that. Next will be sit-ups. So we're gonna do butterfly sit-ups. So put the ends of our feet together, just like a butterfly does, I guess. And then shoulders all the way back, and sit up, and shoulder is coming far enough past the hip crease is good enough. So we got sit-ups, and then finally we got burpees.
Favorite.
Burpees, we just want to get to the ground in some way, feet going back, all the way flat, and popping back up, jumping with hands out overhead. To scale this, we can step back, lower ourselves slowly, and then step back up and overhead. You can snake on either one of those. So snaking and burpees is completely okay. We're just trying to get to the ground and trying to get back up. So we got air squats, push-ups, sit-ups, and burpees. 2 rounds of that, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Now, for the WOD, for May 11th, we are going to start with a focused warm-up, which is going to involve 6 shoulder press, 6 bent over rows, 6 shoulder to overhead, and then another 6 bent over rows. Now, the first 6 shoulder press, the first 6 bent over rows should be with a lighter weight, and then we'll add to WOD weight and do the second shoulder to overhead and bent over rows. We'll cover those movements here in just a second, but that is the focused warm-up. So you'll come out of your unfocused warm-up and then do your focused warm-up. And then for the WOD, for core, we have 3 rounds for time, 10 air squats, 10 shoulder press, 10 bent over row, and 10 lunges. So 3 rounds of 10 of each of those movements. And again, we'll go over those in just a second. And then for one day, you have a buy-in of 75 jumping squats. Yes, 75.
You're welcome.
You do this once at the very beginning, 3, 2, 1, go, 75 jumping squats. It's a great way to start off a workout.
Yeah.
And then we go into, as soon as you finish your 75th squat, you'll go straight into a 21-15-9 of shoulder to overhead and bent over row. So you'll do your squat, jumping squats, 21 shoulder to overhead, 21 bent over rows, 15-15-9-9. And then you get a cash out of 100 lunges. So that's
Woo.
50 on each side, but it's a total of 100 lunges. And so with that, I will leave it to Brooke and she will demonstrate
Yes.
all these things.
All the things. So first I'll start off with the focus warm-up. I'm going to start with the band. So for a strict press, your feet can be underneath your hips, and then you'll go into your front rack and move your head out of the way and press all the way out overhead. Going back into that front rack and then pressing out overhead. You don't want to hyperextend your back, keeping your core tight, pressing out, coming back over. Then for the bent over row, I'm going to have a slight bend in my knee, going down into that second position, pulling straight up, coming back down. Pulling straight up, coming back down, right? So that's with the band. dumbbell. For our strict press, it's in that front rack position, elbows out in front. I'm going to press directly out overhead, keeping that dumbbell as close to my body as I possibly can, right? There's no dip in the knee. Everything is staying very straight. That is for the strict press. For the shoulder to overhead, you can do it in 2 other ways. So you can do a push press. So dipping in that first position, driving through the heels, staying locked out, or you can do a push jerk. So dipping, driving, rebending, and then standing up all the way. So that's the shoulder to overhead with the dumbbell. The shoulder to overhead with the kettlebell will look very similar. The strict, pressing it out all the way. The push press, dipping and driving. Push, jerk, dip, drive, rebend, and stand. And then for our bent over row, my feet are underneath my hips. I'm going to track down to that second position. I prefer the dumbbell just slightly outside of my knee. I'm going to bring it up to my chest, really focusing on keeping that straight line. Again. And then with the kettlebell, it's the same thing. So tracking down to that second position, going all the way up. Okay. This is not easy, guys. So that goes over our focus warm-up. We've been over air squats. Let's talk about jumping squats. So I'm gonna stay in my squat stance. So my feet are just outside of my hips. I'm gonna go all the way to parallel, jumping, and going back to the squat. I wanna make sure when I jump, my hips come all the way to full extension. So a no rep would look like this. Right, you wanna come all the way up. And then for lunges, in my squat stance, stepping out in front, knee touches the ground, stepping back, making sure my chest is upright and that my core is tight. Okay, that's it, guys.
Good deal. So that is everything for Monday, May the 11th. If you have any questions, let us know. Text us or email us or whatever, message us, and we'll answer those. Good luck. Have fun.